Good morning. It's Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. Thank you for always joining me. Thank you for always trying to stay safe this period and becoming the best version of yourself. That is what everyone is supposed to do. So we move straight to today's topic, which is upgrade. Upgrade. Now, what does it mean to upgrade? In common or simple English, to upgrade is to increase or improve upon a particular thing that you're into. For example, you are having uh, this kind of lifestyle, you are no longer comfortable with it. You say, okay, I want to upgrade. I want to probably replace my car, the older version of my car, to the newest version. Now, for you to do that, you would require some fund. If you have some fund to replace it, then you see that yes, you would be able to acquire that which you want to do easily. So many times we actually now confuse upgrade with things that we have acquired over the years. People like to say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm on another level. I'm no longer in your level. I've done this, I've done that, and this is who I am." Blah de blah. Sometimes we don't really know if we're even upgrading or we're just acquiring so many things to ourselves. You need to understand what you are doing. You need to understand that every time you do a particular thing, there are a lot of people who could do um, it better. There are different ways you could do it. You take, for example, you are somebody who draws over 20 years ago, and you see yourself like, oh, yes, I'm the best artist in the world, while you are being stereotypical in nature, staying true to that, your skill, and say, okay, this is how to draw, this is how to draw, this is how to draw. People are coming up with new innovations. People are coming up with new ideologies. People are coming up with new styles. People are coming up with new techniques on how to draw and how to bring out these designs in a way that no one has ever seen. But you just have to, you as a person now, because you feel like you've been drawing for over 20 years, say, oh, I have the experience. For me to change. All of these new technologies are not the way they were not available during our time, so it encourages laziness. I draw, and you begin to tell yourself all sorts of things, and you now begin to complain again. Oh, nobody's buying my artwork. Why would people buy your artwork when they know that there are better people who could do this artwork for them with modern technology, with things that would make them say, okay, yes, who drew this? I'd be like, oh, it's this guy that did this. If you must understand yourself, you must understand that you've got to constantly upgrade your thinking capacity. If your thinking capacity is being upgraded, you help so many people. You help yourself a lot, because when trends are changing, when technology is changing, and you begin to adjust, you begin to change with the technology, you see that you'd be very relevant. If you're not being relevant in your craft or your skill, uh, I'm sorry, I don't know what exactly you're doing, but you have to understand that you have all it takes to upgrade. You have all it takes to upgrade. So long as you have discovered yourself and you know what you're out to do, then it's a good thing. Then you know that there's every possibility that you would upgrade and move alongside others or move better than others who are doing what you're doing. There must be a difference between what you're doing and what others are doing. Now, people will say that in the world there's currently no new thing, that everybody does the same thing. Yes, everybody does the same thing, but I must tell you that everybody does the same thing in a different way. And what is that difference? The difference is the ability of others to upgrade and think beyond the things that you have done. Yes, if I am going to be inventing a light bulb, I would say, okay, yes, the first person that did it this way, then I must upgrade it. I must ensure that. Don't forget, being upgrading means that you're replacing an older version with the newest version, with the latest version, with the future in mind, because what you call the newest version right now might not be the newest version in the next couple of seconds. So you have to ensure that you're moving at the right pace and moving towards the right direction. So if you know how to do a light bulb, look at how to now create it in a way that people will be like, oh wow, this is beautiful. And again, you say, oh, this is beautiful. I know this is beautiful, but I am not going to stop at this position. I'm not going to stop at this level. Yes, I have upgraded the light bulb that I created to this version, but I know that there can be another version. So you get back to work. It's not time to start to rejoice to say, oh, yes, I've made the success, I've achieved so much. You don't dwell on past glories, you don't dwell on current glories. You look ahead, you look to what is ahead, because there are a lot of things that are inside of you that would make more meaning in the coming future. If you look at that, you would see that you want to ask yourself, am I doing the right things? Am I moving towards the right direction? You ask people, for example, what I am doing, does it make sense? What I am doing, is there a better way I could do it? Now, don't forget that people would also give you their own opinion about what you should do, but that does not mean that every opinion or every suggestion that they give to you, you have to take them. You have to just take them and begin to sieve it, begin to measure what is good for you and what is not good for you. Because if you take everything people say, I mean, you might not even upgrade to that desired sport that you want to get to. Do you know that not even identifying that you have a skill is also a gap? We have so many gaps, and for every gap that we have, for every skill gap that we have, there is a solution. But not being able to identify that you even have a skill inside of you, or you have something, you have a potential, that itself is a gap. So you have to upgrade your thinking by trying to discover who you are, trying to discover what you can do, trying to discover the solutions that your potential can create. If your potentials or your skills are not creating solutions to problems, to existing problems, are not solving problems, are not meeting daily human needs, are not making the world a better place, you have to think again. You have to see how to now change that to your mindset. You have to see how to now upgrade to the newest version of yourself. I would like to take a quote from one author, Daniel Willie. He said, I like to think of innovation as upgrading your current self. This upgrade helps you to more effectively deal with changes around you and to be able to think in a more complex manner than before. Meaning that once you're trying to create something, once you're trying to be innovative, once you're upgrading yourself, you would be thinking more complex than you were thinking before. The more you grow, the more complex your thoughts should be. The more you expand, if you have a refinery and you want to expand the capacity, the landmass, and all, you would want to get the best machines that would help make your work easier. So, meaning that you have to ensure that once you're thinking of success, you're thinking upgrade. I'm thinking that I want to be successful in this field. I'm thinking of how to upgrade myself. I'm talking about upgrading myself in listening to other people who also speak, for example. I'm looking at people who also write, for example. I'm seeing what they do and I'm trying to get the best out of myself. I'm struggling and helping myself to become the best version that I could ever be. Every next level of your life would demand a new version of you. That's from an anonymous writer. Every next level of your life will request from you a better version of yourself. So you have to upgrade yourself. You have to upgrade your thinking. You have to upgrade everything that you are involved in. Look at your life right now. Are you a musician? Are you a comedian? Are you an artist? Are you somebody who does maybe a handiwork, maybe an engineer or a bricklayer in our local space? You have to ensure that you're looking at new designs, you're looking at new things, you're looking at new successes, you're looking at new ways to becoming the best version of you. if you look at technology today, technology keeps moving further. Not because people are not satisfied with, oh, yes, Mark Zuckerberg could have said, yes, I'm okay with Facebook. But he went ahead to see how he could upgrade Facebook. Facebook has moved from different versions to so many versions that I can't even count. He bought Instagram, he also bought WhatsApp, and they are becoming better every day, meaning that somebody is thinking in a space that, yes, I need to upgrade my mental capacity or my mental capabilities. I need to upgrade my strength. I need to upgrade and be the best version of myself. My advice to every one of us today is that start upgrading yourself right now. Start now. Start upgrading yourself right now. Prepare for what is ahead and stand up and tell yourself that, yes, I am going to become the best version of myself. I'm going to do the best things that possible that I could do. You have to stay true to your skills and look for possible ways to improve without hesitation. You have to look for possible ways to improve without hesitation. So, my friends, I want to tell you that upgrading is life. Upgrading is the best that you could ever do, is the best thing that you could ever do to yourself. Please upgrade yourself today and start thinking that success is bigger and going to be better when you upgrade. Thank you very much for joining me. You can read up all of these articles on my social media platforms and connect with me on Twitter at Edmiralu. Connect with me on Instagram at Oluwatobi04. Connect with me on LinkedIn at Olarinde Oluwatobi. Connect with me on Facebook, Olarinde Oluwatobi Titus. Connect with me on everywhere possible you could connect with me. Thank you very much. I'm trying to upgrade myself. I'm trying to upgrade my thinking capabilities. I hope that you're doing the same thing. So I'll see you next week Tuesday. Thank you for joining me on Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. Bye.